Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel like Fozzie Bear when I do that. Waka, waka, waka. That's what I hear in my head. You can turn the air conditioning off for a minute, Mark.
Turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, 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 ladies. I fully expect to be sitting here for a minute or two waiting for my friends to join me. It's 4 o'clock here on the Pacific Coast, which is early. That is actually earlier than I ever do any shows on a weekday. Hello, hello, my friends. Hello. Hi from Australia. Hi, Amy. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Miss Kelly. Hi, May. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Carolyn. Hello, B. Hi, Marissa. Hello, Lidima. Hi, Michelle. Hello, everyone. Hi, 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 Michelle. Another Michelle. Michelle 2. Michelle squared. Hi, Miss Angela. This is probably going to be a more, like, I'm guessing to be a smaller, more intimate gathering. Hi, Tess. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Miss Pat. We are, this is our very first PlayBook Power Hour. And I'm planning on having quite a few of these. I actually mistyped when I put the information in, the announcement in the Crafty Club yesterday. I said until the launch date, until June 22nd, I would be doing these. I'm going to be doing these all month, and so till the end of the month, I'm going to be doing these power hours. I'm going to be doing them in two ways: as a live show, like I am right now. This is live. If you're watching this as a replay. I hope that you can catch one live. But I also will be doing some recording myself just quietly, doing it and then putting it up on my YouTube channel. I am very, very much interested in getting this done. This is my own personal challenge to myself every month. And last season, when I was kind of in the same situation, I was lucky enough to have a girls time with my bestie Miss Kelly Bangs, and she got us like a Airbnb, and so we had 3 days of no boys and just crafting, and it was awesome. And during that time, I was able to just knock it out, just like all of us would if we could have that situation. So, hello, hello, hi, new friends joining us. Hi, Susan, Nanette, Deborah, Wilson. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Damaris. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Kim. Hi, Angela. Woohoo! 2 days in a row. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Kat. Hi, Keithia, Julie, and Dee Dee. Hello from London. Cheerio. Hi, Jessica. So, thank you for joining me, girls. We are doing a PlayBook Power Hour. We are going to be launching our summer edition, which I have all the confidence in the world that it will actually be launching as part of we have those mid-month releases that we do, one on the 7th and the 17th. So we'll be launching our summer edition on June 17th, and that will contain 3 new months of content. So you'll get July, August, and September. And we'll be having a launch party for the playbook like we did last season, and that will be on the 21st, Friday the 21st. It is all Reset community wide. It's not camp specific. Obviously, it's the playbook, so it is for the entire Reset community. Now, if you are new, and I've had a lot of new people join our Crafty Club, which is awesome, wonderful. I'm so glad you found me and my friends. The playbook was something that I put together, conceptualized as a way of encouraging me, holding me accountable, giving me something to craft in that I didn't have to think a lot about. I could just grab my playbook and just jump in somewhere and start following a prompt, following one of the activities that are in here. It's just like a grown-up activity book like we had when we were kids. So that is basically what it is. It's an activity book for grown-up girls that are crafty. So this is kind of encouraging you to do simple kind of things like mixed media and art journaling. And there's a fun little activity page every month that you get to do. So this is our opportunity to have just one simple, easy button thing we can grab each month and craft away in. Now, it is designed, every every season there is a new edition, and they all have the same cover. I actually have my winter and my spring in here. My goal, hashtag fluffy goals, is my new hashtag. My goal is to have a big, full, fluffy playbook. Like to have this thing, like I can't even close the cover. That is my dream. Ever since I could see pictures on social media, like Pinterest was the very first social media platform that I ever saw. I got to be in the beta test group before it was like released to the world, and I remember it was like grabbing all of the crafty goodness from all of the mommy bloggers out there and bringing it all together. And I remember the first time I ever saw journals and art journalers that had the big fluffy books with the covers that I couldn't close and the pages were all warped. Oh my gosh, it was eye candy. So I've had a dream for such a long time that I was going to be one of those women that had a big fluffy book. So I want that for all of us. So what we're going to be doing in our power hours is it's a focused, right after I'm done blabbing, it's a focused time for us to like get our playbooks, be accountable. We're all together. Those of us who are further along might carry the chat for a little bit. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Justine. Hi, Miss Lisa. Thank you so much. Hi, Chati. Yes, I love a fluffy playbook. So we are in our spring edition right now. It is technically still spring, even though it is like really hot in some places. We're still in spring. I just want to share with you like what my strategy has been. So what I did for myself, and you might consider doing the same, is I made a playbook catch-up checklist for myself. So these are the pages that I have not finished in previous months. I'm thinking that I'm going to jump into June and get June done. And historically, that's sort of been this thing I've done where I've like done really great on one month and not so good on another. And then in the third month, I sort of catch myself up. So I'm true to form. Here I am catching myself up. So this is how many I have to knock out from the past and then keep myself current going forward. And I wanted to help you guys have accountability and encouragement as well. So I will be hosting these power hours, which knowing me will be longer than an hour. Sometimes they'll be an hour, sometimes they'll be longer. And so we can get our crafty on. So depending on what's going on in camp, I will schedule these separate from camp activities. These are reset community-wide events. And if you missed my announcement, I will be doing live events as well as pre-recorded crafting and put it up on my YouTube where I'm doing power hour sessions so that we all know when I say we're doing a playbook power hour, that's what we're doing. We're working in a focused fashion in our playbook. Definitely more crafting than chatting because holy smokes, am I behind? And I think probably a lot of you guys are going to say you're behind too because let's face it, this is like nice to do. It's not a priority for some of us. And a lot of us are juggling other responsibilities that we have in life besides crafting. So I am getting my act together here. I just finished filming my videos for week 3 of Camp Wanna Craft. Super stoked how everything turned out. I'm all warmed up and ready to get my crafty on. The list, B asks, is listing like that, making your list, is it overwhelming? And actually, it is not overwhelming. It actually makes me feel like now I know where I am. Here's the reality of the situation you're in. And I can just work quickly. I don't find it to be intimidating. It's actually, I love a checklist. Most of us do. I love the idea of just like checking things off. So, some of the activities in the playbook, I personally find a little bit more challenging than others. So I'm going to work on one that I think is a little challenging, or at least I'm going to start it. Let's put it that way. I don't know. Sometimes when you have to do things like collaging, a vision board, an inspiration board, any of those things, this is create a mood board for spring. So sometimes getting your images just the right size to fit everything can be challenging. It's not necessarily super simple to do. Sometimes you have to wiggle it a little bit. So I think that's a song. So I don't have access to a printer right now. My laptop and my printer are on the outs. I feel like there was a divorce and I don't even know what happened, but they aren't speaking to each other anymore. And until I can get them into counseling, I have to have Mr. Crafty print everything for me. So Christy says that her playbook is still not printed. Christy, I'm pretty sure that there's a group for you. If you're in camp, there's a cabin for you. For you girls that have not even printed your playbook. And you know what? There's no shame here. That is, I'm thank you for supporting me. Thank you for buying the playbook with all the good intentions that you had. I appreciate that. The wonderful thing is it's digital, so you have it forever. And if this is not a season for you to be able to focus on it, you can certainly do it later. But my responsibility, my not responsibility, but my wanting to give back to you guys, to thank you for buying the playbook, for supporting me and Mr. Crafty, is for us to do things like this, to flip on all of our equipment and get a live going, to record videos to help inspire you so that you have someone to craft with. That is my you gave me support in purchasing the playbook. I want to reciprocate and give you my time to help you work in your playbook, feel like you're getting some ideas. Sometimes a blank page is a little scary to start with. So, you know, a lot of the things I do in here are part of like the layering lessons that I teach and have been teaching in camp. I like to talk through my process. So that is my way of trying to help you, give you ideas, give you strategies, think about how you're putting stuff together so that maybe you'll like what you're doing more. And when you fall in love with what you're doing, you tend to want to do it even more. So sometimes the reason why we don't make things a priority, or we don't, you know, sit down and work on it, is because we don't really like what we're doing. I don't really feel, you know, I don't feel confident about my crafting, is what you might say to yourself a lot. So that's what I'm here for. That's the friendship that we have. That's why we're crafty playmates. That's what the Late Night Crafty Club is for. That's what this Power Hour is for. That is what I'm doing, is trying to be your crafty friend and to let you look over my shoulder at what I'm doing so that I can help you. That is the point of the playbook. It is not for me and Mr. Crafty to count our millions. Sorry, I was just funny even saying that. It's not for us to make money. The point of it was I had a need, and that was like, I want to craft, but sometimes I don't know how to start. Like, I just don't feel inspired by a blank page, or like I want it to feel fun. So that is why we have the playbook. It's an easy button for when we're adulting. We can just grab our playbook and just grab it and hang out with our friends in the Late Night Crafty Club and all of that. That's what it's meant for. It's an easy button form of crafting for you guys to do. So that is why we're here today. That's why we are doing this. So I wanted to give you guys like a little backstory in case you're new to the club and to the Reset community, in case you missed all of that, me sharing my heart in previous Late Night Crafty Clubs, or, you know, however I've shared it, talked about the playbook. I absolutely love the playbook. So Mr. Crafty is letting me know that I've been blabbing now for 13 minutes. So thank you, my love. So yay! We're all here. We're going to go ahead and get started. Yes. So power hours, and like I said, will probably be longer than an hour, knowing me. But I really do want to keep to the crafting. So like 10 minutes is kind of my max of wanting to talk. So we're all gonna. Yes, thank you, Kelly. That is the song I was thinking of. So we're going in. We're going in. There goes Mr. Crafty, his hairy little hands, or his bare paws. These are all the things I say to him out of love. Huh, honey?
Indeed.
Okay. Don't pay attention to my messy desk. Nothing to see here. Janet, our resident digital crafter, is asking if there's other digital crafters in here tonight. I'm getting my music on. At some point, I'm probably going to have to... actually, I don't think it's really a jazz kind of situation. I feel like today's a happy. But I definitely think the air conditioners need it. It's getting hot. Okay. So, ladies, I just want to give you an update that I am going to have to turn the air conditioner on. Hi, Miss Sandra. Thank you for joining me. Love you too, girl. I do want to, it's very hot, so I have to turn that on, which is going to create a hum in the background. Yes, Victoria, so true. Carolyn's a hybrid girl. I think we have quite a few hybrid girls that like the digital. If Miss Apology is here, I know she does both. Damaris is asking for Biggie Smalls. You know, Damaris, I don't think I can name one of his songs. Oh, wait, I can think of one. I just thought of one. I don't think I should say it out loud, though. Hi, Linda from Tennessee. My little blanket maker. Okay, there's another Tennessee girl. Miss Bessie. Okay. Hi, Lori Harris. There's Sandra from Tennessee. Got all the Tennessee girls showing up. All right, let's do this, girls. Everybody, grab up your scissors.
You want the fan until the AC kicks on?
Yes, okay. That's perfect.
And that's too loud
okay.
Until the AC kicks on.
Gotcha.
And then when it kicks on,
Mr. Crafty's been helping me with the whole balance of sound and air conditioning. Wow, we got a lot of Tennessees. There you go, Megan Gonzalez. That is exactly what I had thought of. That's the only song I could name by Biggie Smalls. That's just not the type of music that I listen to a whole lot. So my mood board for spring is what I'm working on, and I definitely... What are you laughing about?
I was about to plug the fan in the AC kicks on.
Okay. So now the air conditioning is on, so now he can adjust the sound. It takes us a little while to... So my big thing for spring was getting to go to Japan, of course. That was my biggest dream accomplished. So that was what I was dreaming of in spring. I think my pictures are a little too big. Mr. Crafty, I don't know if I can bother you to do this for me. It might be not something you can help me with now that I just think of it. I might just have to live with pictures that are just awkwardly placed. I guess at some point you have to kind of go for like progress and not perfection, right, girls? Wow, Tennessee is in the house. You know what it is? It's because the West Coasters are all still at work right now, and the Central and East Coast girls are like all finally home. They've probably had dinner by now, or you guys are about to have dinner. Don't feel bad if you have to leave, jump in or out. I'm happy that you're here, however much time you get to spend with me. These are my spring pictures, my spring mood board. Some of it might stay, some of it might go. I know what I'm going to do. cut it across, make it shorter. Okay, I think that's good enough. That tells enough of the story, right? Anything else I can throw into my summer? Okay, anything else I can throw into my summer story? Technically, we launched camp in the spring. That doesn't seem right to me because it's such a summer themed thing, but technically we did. So that's why I was thinking I would do this. Color wise though, I think this would look better if I replaced it. These are both little infographics about Japan. So I think I'm going to replace that picture. I think that will be a little bit more balanced color wise. I just love this Vespa so much. This color green is my favorite. I was trying to find pictures that were like really pretty and bold colors, and look, I got a page completed already. So I'm going to leave some white space right here to write something so I can talk about what was about my mood board for spring. Because I am making a grid, I want to have some of the lines line up. So I'm going to line up this line here of this photo with the one down here on this lower row. I am working pretty quick. Like, this is much faster than I tend to work. I'm a slow crafter. Plus, when I craft, I generally put stuff on, like, I'll go on YouTube and I'll put, like, old episodes of Dateline or 48 Hours on, or Dr. Phil, or so I'm kind of a distracted crafter. But this time, girls, we are focused. We have the eye of the crafting tiger. Daphne, I see your little comment, girl. Thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate that very much. I'm glad that the layering classes are making sense to you and inspiring you. I have to tell you, of all the things I had planned to do for camp, that was probably the most stressful thing I was so worried about doing. Miss Angela, who's on the live, can tell you I texted her many times asking for her help, that I didn't know what to do. How do I help them? Okay, so I'm going to grab my pen, and I'm going to grab one of my Japan pens. Okay, so This spring was all about two things: going to Japan for the first time with some wonderful ladies and getting to launch Camp WannaCraft. So there you go. Look, I'm already done. So I'm going to go here. That was my mood board for spring. So I get to check that off, my first one. Okay, so now I'm going to come back to this later. And I think what I'm going to do is tackle these eggs. I'm going to give myself credit for writing out a story, which I just did. Technically, I did. I'm going to grab my bingo markers, which were a freebie in April. They were one of our freebies. Just for coming to a Late Night Crafty Club, we gave people a freebie. This is also in the shop for a very small little fee. You can grab it if you would like to use them in your crafting. But I'm going to go ahead and give myself credit for that. And, ooh, I also have... Where is my... I'm also going to grab out these, which is my little paper punch buffet. I'm going to fill that one up, and I'm going to fill up my free space. I'm also going to give myself credit for self-care in April, because when I was in Japan, I took like 4 bubble baths because I had the coolest bath ever. It had a television set into the wall, and so I had to, like, even though I didn't understand any of the television shows because they didn't have subtitles, I didn't even care because I felt like such a baller. So I'm going to give myself credit for that, because I definitely self-cared. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is get these eggs done. These eggs were definitely a goal of mine. And I need the template. So I'm going to pull these out of the page. Ugh, come on. Okay, here's my little egg template. Okay, so I'm just trying to think through, how do I do what I need to do here? Where's my craft knife? Ah! What are you doing?
Trying to get rid of the light on the...
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Appreciate you looking out for me, sir.
I got your back.
As always.
I got your back.
Okay, so Melissa, I'm not sure if you were asking about, you just asked about the buffet right there, where can I get one? I don't know if you're talking about this or the items inside of it, but the tray itself came from Amazon.
I'll put a link up.
Mr. Crafty said he'll put a link up, but it's on our favorites page as well. I have 2 different types of trays, and that one is my favorite. I have like 5 of them. 6 of them, actually. So I'm cutting out this egg, and I'm deliberately trying to keep the I'm trying to keep this part intact because I want to use it as a mask for doing the egg, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I have to repair my egg first. Okay, so don't do I have regular Scotch tape? Probably not. So I need washi tape. I have to heal my little egg. Okay, Melissa, Mr. Crafty just he just put the link up there for you. Okay, so I'm healing my little egg that I cut into to cut it out of the thing the way I did. Okay. Okay. Get it healed. Be healed. Now I'm going to trim it off. Okay, so now I have kind of the best I could do with the situation I have. Okay, so now I have this little egg shape also. So this is going to be a mask. So I'm going to cut it out so I can use it for this page without having to use this big giant page. The reason why I'm doing that is so that I don't, if I want to stamp them or color them in some way, I don't want to get anything on out here on this white space on the outside, so I would put this around and then stamp over the top so that keeps it all inside. Okay, so I'm gonna do some I'm gonna do some stamping. Stampity stamp. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some washi down. I've never really masked anything before, and I have no idea how successful I'm gonna be. This was one of those activities I was super excited about when me and Kelly were putting the playbook together. I was like, I can't wait to do these eggs, and then I never really did them. I was very excited about them, so I really have to do good. Okay, so I want as much of the writing on here to show as possible. So that is actually why you guys got a template, is so that you could have the best of both worlds. You could have an egg for cutting scrapbook paper out of, or you could reverse it like this and be able to use it as a mask. So that was why it got put on that, exactly for that reason. So, oh, Miss Bessie, I actually got this washi in Tokyo. It was like in a little stationery store, like a really teeny one, and I was just making one last little trip by myself, and I grabbed it. It's an MT tape though, so it's probably not hard to find. Like if you look on Etsy, MT is like a really popular brand. So I have no idea what this is going to look like. I'm like, I hope so. I have this girl, I cut her out of a vintage magazine today, so I think I'm going to use her in here somehow. What do I want to do? I'm kind of trying like a mixed media egg, if that makes sense. Let me see, I have washi kind of like different areas. So this little piece of washi, okay, so here's an idea. I don't know if this is going to work, but I put this washi up here. I'm going to use my craft knife and cut it out of this little shape. It worked. Okay, this is one of the little cards that we had for the physical kit. Kelly, look away, don't look. know. This is a little painful for me too, so don't look. I know I'm doing something crazy. I'm cutting into one of the cards. But she is exactly the right, she's got the right colors, the right everything. Okay, so I want to give her, like, I want her to have, where do I want her, actually? I'm going to put her at the very bottom of the egg, so I'm using this egg as a way of cutting her, there's my language again, cutting her, but giving her that curve at the bottom so she'll be contained in the egg. So she'll be like right there. Not, let me see. Okay. Okay, so I want to glue her down. Okay, so I think this one's done. I won't get too crazy because I got a lot of eggs to do here. So there's my first egg. Let me move her down a little bit so she's more on the edge. So that turned out pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to use my mask as a way of testing where a shape would be if I cut it out. So I want to like cut out these little camper kids. So this is about where I want them to be. So I'm going to replace it with the egg as my template, pull this off, and now I'm going to cut them out. These are some of the images that I had printed from my mood board, and now I'm just repurposing them a different way. Hi Christine, I'm glad you made it. Hello, hello. I am brave, Cody. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I am. Okay, so that was an easy button. The little template makes it really easy. Does all the heavy lifting right there. So just because I love them and I just think they are amazing, I'm going to put like a letter here on my little thing here, like C for camping. Ah, not right there. There, put a little C, a little gold C on it. Okay, what else do I got? How about a honey? Have you guys, or honey, a hunk? Have you guys seen the amazing little hunks we have now? These are the Camp Thunderhead boys. They're available in the shop now, and I'm thinking I need a man. I need a man. I need an egg with a hunk on it. This particular guy is my favorite, like favorite. He would be fun to use. Like if I used him, I would do it so that he was like offset like that. Like I left white space here. He's on a clear backing, so I need to put him on something like scrap paper. So let me look for some scrapbook paper. You know what this is the job for? Dun da da da! my scrap stash box. Yes, Angela, he does. He's just like, look at him. He's very forward. He just, oh, hey, hi, oh, these abs just happen to be under here. Would you like to see? So I could put him on a map. That would be one way of handling him. He is a lot of man to handle. I could put him on some craft paper. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I think that would be awesome. I love this guy. He's way more subtle. He's not like so in your face. But this guy, I love him. So this means I gotta figure out though. This is like a lot of moving parts here. How do I? Okay, so I guess I need to put him like right there on the edge. Where's my egg? So this is gonna be where I'm gonna cut him. Cut him. Cut him now! Off with his head. Oh, I'm gonna be cutting into the guy with the smoking jacket, the Kung Fu smoking jacket. I really like when you cut things offset, like not perfectly centered, but kind of like off to the side, and you leave white space. It just, I don't know, it just, to me, it elevates the design. It's definitely something. Yes, Roxanne, he probably is a lot of fun. Okay, so here is, okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to cut out an egg. So let me see here. I'm going to cut it out this way, and then I'm going to cut him out and lay him on the egg. Because he looks like he has a white backing, but he's actually clear. Okay, so there's a craft paper egg. My eggs are not perfect. They're getting a little wonky. It's because I'm rushing and not taking my time here. That's okay. All right, so now the next step is getting him on here, and he needs to be fussy cut. Okay, so I'm cutting him out. He is on a clear backing, so I don't have to be super precise with him, because it's not gonna, like, that's the wonderful thing about clear sticker paper, is it's very forgiving, and you don't see a lot of the imperfection in it. So see how he's gonna end up like this on the egg? So before I put him down, I want to give him some texture on the background, so he's like on a really interesting egg. So this is the part that's going to show. I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping, so he is as awesome as my other honey. Okay, so I'm going to turn him around. I'm going to... Angela, I absolutely agree. He could totally be the Hey Girl, the new Hey Girl guy for the Reset community, because he's like so vintagey. He's more our speed. I think Ryan's a little young for us. Thinking that he needs perhaps a bit of a maybe a little bit of a layering circle showing. Not sure. Maybe I should wait on that. I don't want to mess him up. Maybe just what he's got is enough. I want to fill in this like little edge right here though. I'm going to do that with this. I love these stamps so much. I'm really happy with the stuff that I have in my craft stash lately. A lot of these like Japanese style mixed media stamps are just like, oh, they're so fun. They're so me. Okay, so I'm going to peel him off. Okay. Okay, there we go. Woo! Look at him. What a little muffin. Okay, so I'm going to even out my egg a little bit, snip off a little edge of his hair that's kind of peeking off. But isn't that fun? Oh, I love him. He is forever immortalized as an egg. Okay, so let's see. He's like, I should put him over here like, hey babe, check out these abs. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to show you so much. Okay, so that's, and she just like looks over like, okay. She's like, security. All right, I'm entertaining myself now. Okay, so I'm gonna put him down. I almost said lay him down, but this is a PG show. That's the after hours Late Night Crafty Club kind of humor. Okay, so we got him down. Oh my gosh, no innuendos necessary or suggested here. Oh, you know what he needs? A word strip. He needs a word strip, and she might need a word strip too, because everything's better with the word strip. Okay, so what do I want to do? Okay, I definitely want hers to say not today. And I'm lining it up with a line that's showing here in the stamp, so it has something to butt up against. Him, I'm gonna try to like put right here on the kind of around the waistband of his shorts. There's one here that says just a hint. So I'm trying to decide if I can get it all the way to the edge, because I can, if I put it here, I can cut him. The T is ever so close. I want to get it all the way off, and then, but each of the letters is just too. Okay, all right, I'm doing it. Where's my egg? We are stripping, May. We are. Things just took a turn here at the reset show. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, I should probably line this up where I want it to go. So I want it to be like right here. Okay, so I'm putting the word strip down on the egg so I can get that natural curve of it. I could have done this before. I decided to do it after, so now I have to do it a little wonky. So, you have just a hint. Maybe all of them should have a word strip. If all of them have a word strip, what is that an example of, campers? What am I creating if I give all of them the same thing? Oop, oop. Trying to decide where I want this. Okay, I'm just going to go up at the top. First one to give me an answer. So that one says fun times, not today, just a hint. All right, Bessie and Jane, nice. Echo and repetition, I'll take both. Good job, Katrina. Roxanne, good job echoing. Yes, yes, yes. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm so proud of you guys. And you get a prize, and you get a prize, and you get a prize. Okay, got to keep going. These eggs are not going to decorate themselves. I'm looking at anything else in my stash. Interesting. My thoughts. That could be a sticker that goes across. Let me see here. So these are from, like, do you guys remember the Productive, what was it called? Productive Girl sticker kits. So I'm gonna use this band. I just gotta do something with my egg. I think I want to do like a half and half egg. Don't stop believing. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but it did. So proud of you guys. I wish I could push a button like a Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Like I had a button and it would just like shoot like a little candy bar or something into your house through the airwaves, and it would, like, you know, remember his Mike TV and his television that would reconstruct you on the other side, but it wasn't very perfect, so it was kind of like it was an imperfect reconstruction. So there's like a little half and half egg. So I don't know if this is going to get me to where I want to go, but I wish I could do that, guys. Reconstruct like a little chocolate bar and send it across the country to you for getting the right answers. Okay. So there's my half and half egg. Now, will it look weird with this? Does that look weird? Where's my mask? So if it was like that, does that look like a weird egg? Might look a little less odd if I brought it down a little bit so it didn't look like a bow going around it. I do like the contrast of the blue and the, am I on camera or off camera? I can't even tell. It was down here. Can't tell. Or move it up here. Move it off to the side like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think maybe if it had another pattern going with it or something. Okay, so I'm going to use my egg and I'm going to cut another pattern out. We'll see how this works. This might not be like perfect. This might be... This might not work. And I only need half of an egg, so I'm just going to hold it here. This is like vintage magazine paper. It's very old and brittle. I only need half of it. I'm going to create another pattern on the other side of this egg with it. This is seriously the worst cut egg ever. You guys should see how lumpy and bumpy it is. I'm not doing this as precisely as I could. Let's put it that way. Okay, now I'm going to do this and see if this improves my situation here. I might just decide to scrap the other little sticker and just go about this a different way. Okay, so that actually looks good. I'm going to put it against here, and then I'm going to trim this off so that I have the nice little curve to work with. And then same thing over here. So now it has to go like in a pretty specific spot. So there's another egg down. An egg down. We have an egg down. I repeat, an egg is down. Okay. If you guys have not completed your eggs, and I know that we are past Easter and all of that, but obviously I just can't have these eggs not done when I made such a big deal about how I wanted eggs. So I have this cute girl. There's a ton of pictures on Pinterest of really cute Instagram girls that are standing like in the middle of Tokyo streets and having like these epic photos, because you can see the lines of the buildings creates this beautiful white space. So I have a bunch of these on my Tokyo Pinterest board, and I loved them. I printed out a couple, so I'm gonna use one of them as an egg. I'm centering her because she is very like geometrically, she makes sense to be centered and not be like off. So I want her to be like to the eye. I want her to be straight down the center of the street. Hopefully I did that right. Yes, I did. How cool is that? I love it. Okay, word strips. Okay, I'm going to use the word unforgettable for her egg because that is exactly how I feel about Tokyo. It was unforgettable. Like Natalie Cole singing Unforgettable, like that next level. Actually, I'm wondering, I never do this, but because it's so like angled perfectly, I'm wondering if this is one of those occasions where I might put a word strip right there, centered, which I never ever do ever. But if I place it just right, then it will make sense. Like if I place it on her, it sticks out more, like across her legs. I think that looks pretty amazing. I'm doing that. Hi, Carolyn from Alabama. You probably got one of those awesome accents. All my Southern girl friends. That I'm so jealous of the way you guys talk. The way y'all talk. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so loving how this is coming together. This isn't at all the way I thought I was going to do these eggs with like using photos and stuff. And I'm loving it. This needs a word strip to kind of continue our. So I'm going to put this word strip right here. Okay. I feel like I need some layering circles. Like keep it really simple and do some layering circles. Maybe a honey, but I'm not sure. Maybe just layering circles. So this is one of those situations where I might need to do it this way. I don't know. This layering circle might be a problem. Oh, it's sticking. Okay, these layering circles have really funky geometric lines in them, and I feel like they have to line up just right or they will look weird. So I'm matching up lines here that show up in the photography, and now I'm going to use my little craft knife to cut away. Oh gosh, please don't be hard. Okay, I think that worked. It did. Woohoo! Okay. Which means it's time for a really epic one. That's probably too epic. Don't Stop Bleeding. I think that's why I started singing that song, because I saw this one. But I don't know if that's the right placement. I feel like this isn't quite what I wanted. Maybe I need a honey. When all else fails, put down a honey. Just put down a honey. That just reminded me of a song from Sesame Street. Put down the ducky. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember that song? They're trying to get Ernie to put down the ducky. Okay, there's a cute girl. That orange could work. She's like a little redhead. I think what I need is blue. I need a pop of blue. The pink and the orange, which although are my favorite color combination of all time, I believe in contrast. She would be awesome, but she's not really a contrast. She's a harmony kind of girl, which means she won't stand out. She'll blend in. As you can see right there, she's blending in, kind of like camo. So we need to find a honey that is blue. Am I blue? I'm not a singer. Ah, there it is. I found it. Here's my other crop. There it is. I was hoping that was going to happen, that it would just pop up. Okay, there's my meaningful, my favorite collection. Okay, here's some honeys. I don't have any little blue ones though. I have a big green one. I have that one. These are a contrast. These might be too big. I don't know. If I find a blue one, then I can put it, like right here in this little middle, and then it's kind of like, here's one that might work. This isn't a honey, but I love this treatment so much. That's definitely on the simple side. Woo! I should have probably stamped it before I did all that, but it's okay. How about we put a sticker down? When in doubt, sticker down. I don't know if you can put a sticker down on here. This is kind of I've created a weird little thing for myself there. It's a plus sign and it's gold and sparkly and it looks a little odd. but not necessarily in a bad way. I'm just gonna leave that. We can't spend too much time. And we need to do a word strip. Here's a really short one. It says enjoy. Okay, we must move on. I can do another honey. I can do another hunk. I have other honeys here. I have other hunks. What do I got going? What do I have? What else can I use? Here's my egg. As long as I have an egg that will fit this. This is from Paige Taylor Evans. It's a really cool, like she did a little bookbinding craft, and I think that looks really awesome. Here are some like vintage radios. That could be awesome. I'll do those. How about that? These are like Pinterest eggs. They're kind of like, they're very different. This honestly isn't the way I thought I was going to go with these. Here's some really vintage radios. That's fun. I could put them there or here. I think they look good there. This whole row is like, or column is got like the same delicious, yummy colors in it. Of course, if I put them over here, then it breaks that up and it draws the yummy colors in this direction, and that would encourage me to keep adding yummy colors. These are getting kind of dark going this way, so that this breaks that up. This is very subtle trimming here. Don't stop believing. I like that because it goes with the Journey song, which makes me think of music, which radios are music. Yeah, you Tennessee girls, I just saw what's going on in the chat room. You Tennessee girls are very interesting how you call everything a Coke. What kind of Coke do you want? Belinda is asking about cork or grass. I agree, those would be awesome, but I'm a little afraid about adding too much thickness. I don't know what's on the back side. I guess I could do that. I'm afraid of like adding too much of an uneven texture in it. I've been kind of, although, yeah, I think I do want to keep the cork out of here, but that is an excellent suggestion, Belinda. I have been so in love with that cork material, this cork material. It is just like, oh, I used it in the live, the chat and craft last night, and I did my, a really cool, well, I think it's a really cool divider that you guys are going to get in next week's workshops and for camp, and it turned out really cool. How about, no, never mind. I already kind of created I don't want to do one this way because I think that would be messy. Kind of running out of tricks here. I have this girl to add. But do I want to compete? I usually don't make my honeys compete with each other. I let them kind of stand on their own. What do I got? I'm looking through all my stuff. Here's some scissors. Where's my egg? Can I do an advertisement about scissors? That would be kind of cool. How about I do that? So I'm moving over my egg in different spots, trying to see like what it would look like if, you know, these were cut in such a way. It's probably better to aim for this being cut off. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this little advertisement for scissors, and I have the Craft Market collection sitting here, and there's a really cute gold pair of scissors in there, like sparkly ones, so maybe I can kind of like overlay that on top of the little scissor advertisement. Dang it, I'm like cutting into my egg now. This egg looks like it's been through things. This egg is hard. It's had a hard life, literally. Okay, so that one's gonna go there, I'm thinking, or there. The only thing that bugs me about what I've done now is I feel like I'm putting too much cream next to each other, and now I regret that I didn't. Here, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. Instead of having regrets, I'm gonna see if I can just fix it. Ugh, this glue is like, no. Yep. It might rip. Okay. Alright. I love me some glue stick. Okay, so I'm gonna break up that vintage creamy paper because it's too much. Okay. So now I'm gonna put this over here. Yeah. So here's my scissors. This is what I love about shapes, is that when you just having a simple template, you can literally cut into anything and make anything more interesting because you cut it in a way that like takes it out of context. And now you like look at these differently, like, ooh, those are cool scissors. So like, look at these fun scissors I have, you guys. Now these are too big, so this might be the one egg that I might have to do something different with, but let's see. I don't know what size the scissors are, so this idea might not pan out for me. But like, what about an interesting ampersand that I layer over them? I know I have another pair of scissors in here. I don't think I used them all. And if I did, I have another pack of these amazing die cuts that I can grab them out of. Okay, that's one of my favorite die cuts in the whole collection. I would probably cut that into an egg. I'm not seeing glittery gold scissors. That's a shame. Shoot. Okay, these are my only scissors. And as you can see, there's definitely, it's not going to work using these unless I'm willing to put them outside of the egg and like that. Which, as you can see, just looking at my page, that kind of like, it throws your eye off, having something that's like, one of these things just doesn't belong here kind of thing. So even doing it that way, you can feel like it doesn't belong. Let me see. I have another pack of these. So there is another pair of scissors, but just like looking at these, just looking at this little example, they appear to be the same size. So I don't want to, I guess I'm out of luck there. But let me see. Maybe I can put an interesting like word. Let me see. Let me grab all of my gold glittery letters. These are way too thick. These are my favorite because they're flat. Okay, so do I have, what letters do I have? Do I have anything that I could use here? Nope. See, I could do cut. I was gonna do snip, which I think is super, like that's a cuter word than cut. But that is an option, to do the word cut. What else could I do? What's another short, super short word? See, Liliana just said it, cut. Yes, Cody, very good memory. I must have used them in, she said I used them in chapel. These are actually my favorite of all the scissors in the pack. This pack is like life. I have a few more packs of them. They're like really old. They're from 2014. That's old in scrapbook life. So I think I would love to do snip. That would be perfection, but I don't have the right letters. I can do cut. I guess I'm doing cut. Cut just sounds violent. It just sounds like a violent word to me. Oop, oop. That almost, okay, so letter placement also very important. So I feel like, should it be like right here in the middle, kind of offset? It feels like it wants to fit right here. might regret this. I might not. I might go, that's really cool. It's like a Sesame Street word on a cool background. So, okay, so there's the word cut. It's done. I guess it would have been a little bit more violent had I had a knife or something, like a steak knife. Okay, here's the question. Oh, you guys, look at that. Should I sacrifice one of my favorite die cuts to have a Be Crafty egg? Color-wise, it completely belongs. Oh, I think it's worth it though. Look at that. It would be like the coolest egg ever. I have to. Okay, it's just to make sure I cut it right. I'm gonna... Okay, this is like the coolest egg ever known to mankind. To craft kind. Okay. Please don't let me cut this wrong. Okay, there's a lot of people who are like, yes, cut it, chop it, off with its head. Okay, there it is. It's a Be Crafty egg. Oh, I'm missing I forgot my word strips. Okay, so let me get my Be Crafty on, and then I'll have to find a really epic word strip. A very short one. Okay, I did it. Okay, word strips. I don't know, you guys. Part of me is like not wanting to put the word strips on because I feel like it's gonna look better without the word strip, dare I say. Okay, I'm so in love with how this page turned out. I think I'm okay with leaving a little repetition off. Sometimes you're just so epic on your own, you do not need to fit in with the crowd, right? Okay, I'm so happy. And if I wasn't doing a live, this would be one of those things where I ran out to show Mr. Crafty, look what I did. Because yes, I generally seek approval from my husband, who doesn't really care about crafts or doesn't really know what's cute, but he usually is. He's so good at being like, oh, that's amazing, that it always makes me feel validated. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so in love with my eggs. We should all be in love with the eggs. Okay, so ouch, I just poked myself. I'm gonna add my little signature thing here where we do a little plus signs, because that's like what we do. And I'm gonna add them like on the egg. Yes, that just happened. Little dots, creating those little, I call these doodads, these little things I'm adding. They just add like texture and interest, and they're very subtle. Hi Esther, welcome, welcome. Okay, so love it. Okay, so I can write this off. I got my eggs. What else did I give myself? I did self-care. What was the other thing I said I did? Was it write it down, write out a story? That was it. Okay. So I finally get to check off eggs. Yes. Okay, look at all these things I gotta check off. Everything. Okay, Easter eggs. That's down. I'm gonna put something that's not competing. That's a big square. Okay, where's my glue stick? I'm so excited. Yes, yes, and yes. See, and also I'm gonna give myself credit for sticky because I just put a lot of sticky things down. I have glue stick all over my hands. That, my friends, is proof that I have been making things sticky. So I thought for sure like I was going to do like a washi egg. I was going to do all these things. So it's kind of funny how that is not what I did. But I absolutely love what I did. This is so rad. I'm so happy with it. Okay. Now I'm going to give myself credit for Stamp 11 because I stamped something I thought was really cool with my mask, which was completely different. Same here. I made it background stuff. I'm going to give myself some credit for that. That was going outside my box, or outside the egg, if you will. Stickers were used. Yes, sir. There were stickers all over the place. Word strips. So I'm going to give myself credit for that. Let's see. Stickers were used. Oop. Okay. So if you guys want to, if you go look for the Power Hour, post that I put in the Crafty Club, if you want to go ahead and go in there and post in that announcement in the comments, like show me what you made during this event, that would be awesome. I should have thought that through that I was gonna do that. Also, here's what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna interpret this planning sesh. So I did plan out today. I planned out this page. I literally sat down, I gathered up my pictures, I had Mr. Crafty print it for me. That was a planning sesh. Perhaps not in a traditional planner, but it was planning. So I'm giving myself credit, and I'm talking all that out loud so that you can see how I give myself credit for certain things, like how I interpret the stuff in here, so that you can see like how things get full up. That was a planning sesh. Okay, so gratitude. I did miss some things gratitude-wise in the month of April. Part of it came because of traveling, not being on top of it, but I did do it, so I'm going to do the grateful. I'm going to do the grateful prompt here, that I definitely was grateful. It's not blank, right? Okay. Paper punch buffet. I think we can agree. I have been using my paper punch buffet. I didn't make it in April, but I'm definitely using it. So I'm not going to quibble too much on that one. I'm doing it. I'm giving myself credit. Actually, I like that one better. Okay, so that's happening. Now, let's just look at what else we have to do. So I am in the Crafty Inspiration Dress the Girl. So I can do week 4 art journaling. Art journaling is a lot easier. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love. I love it. How it turned out. Okay, so let me see. I have 2 layouts. I did not finish the journaling for either of these ones, but that's okay. I did journaling here. I did journaling. Did I do journaling here? Did not do journaling there. Okay, so here is the spread for art journaling that I need to complete for April. And I guess I didn't even think about it, that technically I am going back in time right now. I'm not doing anything current. I'm not doing my June page. I'm actually going back to April. Didn't even think about it. Okay. I'm pretty sure at the beginning I said I wasn't going to do that. And then look at me now. Reversed myself. Bye, Kathy Freeman. Good luck on your newsletter. So Litima basically used this power hour to power through all of her her household tasks. Thank you so much, Miss Elaine. I'm so glad you're able to catch a live. Okay, so I think I'm going to do my 2 art journaling pages and like knock it out so that we can like close April out. That would be good. So to that point, ooh, here's my little balloon template for my my floaty girl. So I've basically used all the templates or lost the other template for my pictures. So I'm gonna go find her. She's my the dress the girl, this one. So this little balloon is for you to make little balloons here. I think I'm gonna come back to her. I'm gonna pop this in here so I don't lose it. And then I'm gonna go to my art journaling. I'm going to grab this one, and then I'm going to bust out an art journaling page, and it can be as simple as I want it to be. Tidy up very quickly. Tidy, tidy, tidy. Egg template, you were so good to me, even though you were like the wonkiest little egg. If you guys saw how wonky this egg is, it's really, it's very disappointing. You guys would be tisking me. You'd be like, tisk, 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 I can't believe this. Okay, I'm just straightening up my space real quick before I launch into something that generally causes a lot of mess. Throw away my egg mask. Here's all my pictures. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put that up so I can see what I'm doing. And here we go. I don't know if I'm going to use her, but I'm just going to lay her down there so that I can, sorry about that. I was looking through my old magazines. I have a huge, I have like a big giant McCall's magazine. I can't believe they were this big. And this page had all these little squares in it, which I thought was really cool. I was kind of thinking maybe I would cut these little pictures out and make a grid out of them because they're just so rad. I have no idea if they're all the same size. They kind of look like they're different. Like this looks pretty wide compared to that one. So I don't know if that would be a good just the photos, not the text underneath. Oh look, they have a bra that you can sleep in. It's a sleeping beauty bra. I saw these girls. I liked them. I liked her outfit. There's this girl. See, her life is looking up because she changed to contact lenses. This was cute. That is definitely like the kind of things I like finding for art journaling. Same here, because you could make up a really snarky comment about dishes and washing dishes, the things that most women spend a lot of time in their life doing. So I loved her. She kind of, in a way, like her hair maybe not so much, But if you look at her jewelry and her, like, the shawl she has on, and she looks very much like, she reminds me of a girl, like, going to Coachella, like, you know what I mean, like a music festival today. My mom had a wrap, a shawl like that too, that she wore, but I really like her. I think I'm gonna cut her out and use her. She's my muse. So I'm trimming her out. I find that the ladies of the past, like the vintage magazines, to be a bit more inspiring to me than like current magazines. But this does not mean that I have never used current magazines or wouldn't, because I certainly have. I actually have a catalog that from ModCloth. I don't actually get much mail, as you can imagine, being in an RV. But in the past, like the ModCloth, you guys might remember her from last year, the Camp Reset art journaling page I did with her specifically. But some of these, like, she would be a really good muse. You know, like there's like some really funky outfits and stuff like that are really interesting. They have interesting looks on their faces. You know, that you could cut them out and kind of change the background that they're in and make them kind of different. And just so that you can see, like, as an example of like how you could look at modern day art differently. So like here she is, and I made her like a totally different background with stamps, and I cut her out, and then she looks kind of different, doesn't she? And then another example is from the same catalog would be like this girl with her like total 1970s thing going on here. I cut her out of the ModCloth catalog and stuck her on this kind of a really cool scrapbook paper. So these are like things you might want to consider grabbing and holding on to in your stash. I actually bought this dress, don't judge me, but I bought this dress for an event in Palm Springs, and because it's really perfect for it's that famous hotel with it's the Segura Palms, I think, the Seguro. Maybe it's just the Seguro. And it has like the multicolored doors on it. It's very Instagrammy. And so I bought that thinking it would be awesome, but it did not look as good on me as I had hoped. ModCloth is one of those brands that is really good for plus size ladies. I have bought quite a few really cute dresses from. See, look how cute she is with her little winky eye. I mean, you could totally change that and make something else right here, like put a journaling spot right over that. So just like, you know, the vintage counterparts of today, there is a lot to be said for like catalogs and magazines and just harvesting all these little pictures out of it. That's why the only reason why I hold on to these is because they're very transformative if you snip them out of their background. So I kind of imagine like cutting her out completely so she's not even in this rectangle anymore. That's a possibility. That has to be super uncomfortable. She's sitting here resting her elbows on this this wrought iron gate. So I need to find something to put her on. She looks rather dreamy and reflective. She needs something. She needs something to be on. Okay, I'm looking for scrapbook paper for her. Yep, Justine, I definitely have a ton of them. I have a ton of these. These are butterick. I have these. There are like tons of honeys. Honeys for days. I have a million of these. I'm kind of challenging myself to try and like get outside of just the honeys. I've been really in love with using these type of girls. So look how huge these magazines are, you guys. This was a McCall's magazine. They are definitely not this big anymore. So I love them. They often have like really cool pictures. Look at this little girl walking on rope. Little girl being dreamy. That would have been me, staring into something, staring into space. Wow, she's super cool. Anyway. Oh, look! This is an article by Harper Lee. She was the one that wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. Interesting. Wow. So there is some really super interesting ads and ads and articles in these old magazines. It's very interesting to see what women were told and stuff about them, like their lives. It's really cool to look back on how things were. I love me some atlases. These are also make great backgrounds. This was my dad's atlas that I grabbed from his collection, so I have it. A couple of his little notes are in here. That's a lot of white space. This is Montana. Aw, here's my dad's writing. He was making a note for himself. Prairie Oasis. This is... Where is this? Is this Kansas? Lincoln. This is Nebraska. Interesting. Didn't know he had plans to go to Nebraska. He has a little... This must be the atlas he used for his trip after he bought his RV. Because he had to go across the country to bring it home. He bought it in Illinois, so that would make sense. This atlas was sitting right on top of all of his maps and stuff, so that would explain why. It would have been the last one he used. He outlined this whole thing. See, yep, he was marking all the little RV spots. Aww. I actually never really looked at all the pages in here. I didn't realize he had marked stuff in here. So obviously I want to find something that he did not touch or use, so I don't know how old this is. I like atlases. It makes me think about all my friends that live all over the country. Ooh, here's Canada, like Vancouver, Canada, and Edmonton, Calgary. I would love to take our RV up there. There's his little green line he put. Okay, I am looking for something, you guys. I'm not just I'm just not turning pages for nothing. I'm trying to find like here's the state of Washington where I am now. I'm trying to find like a really good, this probably would work. This page right here of Washington. There's Washington, D.C. And then there's Washington. Okay, I think I'm going to do that because I live in Washington. Technically, I live in Washington, kind of. And I just had an idea of how to do this page. So I'm going to do something I've never done with a map before. So I'm going to cut all the way up to the top of the state line and come this way. So I'm going to treat this like it's the corner, like framing this out, and I'm going to put her up against it, so, and then cut all that away so she's like literally looking out over Washington. And then I'm going to find a way of like cutting it along a river or something so that it creates a fun like edge on it, which will be interesting to see what happens here. Kind of cutting along a river or cutting along a highway, one of the two. I'm not sure. But think about how a lot of us have atlases, or you can get atlases. They sell atlases at half-price books. So it's really easy to get your hands on an atlas. So now I have this like fun little edge on it. I'm going to come back across the state line again. Now, because I have created this flat line, it doesn't mean I have to keep it. It means I can always like just cut up against it now that I know how far I have to, like how much I have to bring this in to get it all on here. I can move it like that, is what I'm saying. Oh, these go in my scrap, my little scrap box. So, woo, look at that. That is very bright and colorful. It kind of makes me wish I was using that side, but not really, because it's too much. But it's like, woo, very eye-catching. Okay, so we're going to put down our little, mappy map. I swear, if I had not had the playbook, I don't think that I would ever think about doing stuff like this. I feel like it challenges my creativity. It's really fun. It's like a contained little playground, you know, like all I have to worry about is this one page and what haven't I tried or what haven't I used to do it. So like, how fun is that? Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip her out. And this might not work. She might not be as awesome on this page as I thought she would be, and that's totally fine. I can look for something else. Don't feel like you have to be married to your decisions. You are free to swap things out as, you know, as things fall into place. Sometimes something else falls into place that's better, or you'll be reminded of something you have in your stash and you'll be like, oh, I finally have a reason to use you. She has this like really awful gate situation that she has, you know, that she's, oh, it's like she's gated in and she just wants to be free. So I can work with that. So see how I have like a corner? She has a natural corner because she was a rectangle. So using that to your advantage and putting her right in the corner makes the rest of her like dynamic. And you notice how we have repetition here, like the whole edge of her mirrors the edge of this, which is really beautiful to the eye. And then you have the lovely white space over here. Hi, Miss Karen. I am doing a new thing. For those of you who have joined late and weren't aware, I posted in the Crafty Club that I'm going to be doing PlayBook Power Hours going forward all through June. And so it's to help encourage everybody to work in their playbook and get their pages done for spring, because we are about to start summer. You guys, what if I added one of my men here, like she's thinking of him across the miles? And hang on, before I grab him though, this might be one of those situations where I should grab a non-clear honey. Like these are printed on clear and these are printed on white. See the difference between them? So the guys on white are often they're good for some jobs, because if I put him on here, he'll get a lot of the texture behind him in it, and it might not be as awesome as we think. This guy right here has a lot of potential because of the way he's standing, and he is not like fully developed. He's sort of like a little idea she's having of him. He'll be on the white space. You guys, that just totally fell into place. So I'm just going to do a really good job of like cutting the white space around him. I will tell you guys that one of the things I've noticed with thrift stores is that maps and atlases end up in them all the time because people love their GPS and don't want to use an atlas. So I've seen plenty of atlases in a regular old thrift store if you don't have a half-price books near you. Half-price books, though, I will tell you that for those who are interested, they have a whole section of maps and atlases. They have foreign ones too, like if you wanted to look at other countries. Okay, so this is going to be my last little page here. Mr. Crafty has reminded me that we have an errand that we need to run. Okay. So I'm going to be doing, like I said, I'll be doing power hours all through the month of June. They'll be hosted here in the Late Night Crafty Club when they're live. Otherwise, you'll see them pop up. They'll be on my YouTube channel. Like I'll do a pre-recorded one. So I'll be doing 2 versions, live and just recorded videos of me working in my playbook, because I really want to help you guys get your playbooks done. Okay, and I just have to say, you guys, I am so in love with this. I can't even believe that this turned out this way. I can't believe it. It's so awesome. I love this. Okay, the only thing I need to fix is this thing behind him, because now you can't really see what it is. I need to, I feel like I need to fix it or put something behind him that's a little bit more intentional. So I need to find something that will be a good background for him. So what would that be? What would that look like? It's not terrible, not at all, but I want it to be like amazing. So let me look at my layering circles, because usually when I am having a struggle with stuff, I usually turn to the layering circles. That can be a very easy and elegant option. So let me start putting some layering behind him. These colors are very mappy. B, I am so glad to hear that this was inspiring to you and that it helped you work in your playbook. That is what I want to hear. That's why we're doing this. I want to help you girls get the most out of your playbook and feel like you accomplished something even when you have real life going on. You know, you can pull out your playbook and work in it while the kids are watching TV or doing video games or something if you are able to. I just know that this has been a game changer for me. It has helped me so much with improving my crafting skills. It has personally helped me. It's not just a product to me, it's a tool, and it has been awesome. I am so grateful that this whole thing popped into my head to do. And it actually popped into my head to do a long time ago. But I was never able to execute it because we always had so many things that we had to work on, so many collections, all the things. And finally it came to me that the things I was working on and doing did not make me happy. They didn't bring me life. I wasn't really, once I launched them, I wouldn't really participate in doing anything with them because I didn't love them. It wasn't my personal interest any longer. So that is what I've loved about this playbook. This is my heart. I love this product so much. I hate even calling it a product because to me it's not. It's like it's my activity book. It's my crafty yearbook. which by the way was another possible name for it. I'm just thinking, I feel like I have too many circles. I generally keep my circles to 3 as much as possible. I want to create some repetition, so I'm going to put a couple circles up here. Okay, so now we are doing it. We are getting a word strip. This is one of those quotes that I love so much. I think this is Thoreau, who said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams." Very wise guy. Okay, and then this guy up here is going to have one. I'm trying to find like something that like represents him and his situation, because maybe they're apart and they had to, because she had things that she wanted to do in her life and it just wasn't time for them to be together, and hopefully they're going to they'll be reunited one day. So I'm trying to see like what would I say about him. I don't know. Maybe he's supporting her. Maybe he's like, "You need to do it, girl. Go out, make it happen, and come back to me." Maybe he's telling her to keep moving forward. And I don't know. I think like I'm done. That was super easy peasy. Good night, Kathleen. Good night, Matthew. I see a lot of good nights going on. Hi, Desiree. I'm sorry that you have insomnia. Okay, guys. Let's see what I can do here with this. This was fun. This is probably the most fun layout I've ever done. That totally came together just because of finding that girl. She was my muse. It was successful. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Now, this was the part of the playbook thing where I have to find a prompt. Here are my prompts for the art journaling sections. And so these are the ones that I have to work with. And what I generally find, I know this sounds crazy, these are meant to prompt you into creating something for it, but I like to do it in reverse. I like to make something and then find the prompt that is like appropriate. So because I used 2 really good pieces of advice, keep moving forward and go confidently in the direction of your dreams, I'm going to use this prompt called Good Advice. And that's going to be what I add to my little page. I didn't want you guys to have all these blank pages to look at and not feel like you had something to get going with, so that's why the prompts are there to help kind of help you move forward. But I like using them in reverse. So there's my good advice, which I am loving. So I got one of these done. So that was my week 4 art journaling. This is the second one on here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back to my bingo and see if I can cross anything out here. Washi listed and dress the girl. So no, I cannot. I legit didn't use any washi. This was a really simple, straightforward one. So, but I have to say I'm super proud of what I did in my little power hour. I am so in love with this, I can't even tell you. That's how I always want my pages to happen, is like I want them to come together really quick. Sometimes the things that I like the most, like I love this layout, and it's the simplicity of it. It's just like strip, 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 square and square. And the eggs, don't even get me started. These eggs are perfection. I'm so happy about my eggs. And then I actually did my mood board, which if I want to like spice up this mood board, I could add little layering circles. I could add journaling labels. I could add my little plus signs and like make it just like a little bit more, you know, extra. I'm not going to worry about any of those details because I have so much to do, but I am really proud of myself. I knocked out three activities, including the Easter eggs, which was like no small feat. That's a lot of stuff. So I'm super happy about that. I also knocked out a lot of the bingo. I only have 3 prompts left to do there. So, okay, guys, I hope that this was helpful. Hope that you got some work done in your power hour. Michelle, you can buy the playbook in our shop. It has its own category. If you go up to the top and do the little drop down, the playbook is its own little category of product. And I'm trying to find my phone, which is probably buried somewhere under the rubble of my desk. My poor little phone, every time I do a live, like I totally like throw it somewhere, like get out of here, I don't want you to go off. But we have the reset girl. If Mr. Crafty would like to, there you go. Oh, I forgot, the Crafty Club Playbook has its own URL, so the craftyclubplaybook.com. So this is our spring edition. You guys, were about to launch our summer edition, and it will have its own little play kit to go with it, just like we did last time. And everybody, I thank you so much for showing up. I hope that we just do our best to do as much as we are able to do before Daisy Ree. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got a little note. Thank you for updating me because you're in the Netherlands. How cool is that? So Daisy Ree. That is so interesting. It's interesting how different countries pronounce names differently. So yes, you guys, those of you who are in Camp WannaCraft, we are having our movie night tomorrow night. Hey, there's nothing that says you can't work in your playbook while the movie's on. Just saying, I might do that. And then look for in the Crafty Club is where I'll be posting the announcement for the next live power hour. So I don't really want to schedule them because scheduling doesn't always work for me. I like it being a little bit more spontaneous, but I will be every time I have one on the plan, and I'll probably post it like the day before I do it. I will put it I'll put it in the Crafty Club. So our we have, let's see, what date is it? I don't even know what date it is. It's the 13th. So our launches are always the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th. So the summer playbook will be the 17th, and then our new collection will be the 27th. So you guys mark your little planners. We'll be having a playbook party on the 21st, Friday the 21st, for the whole Reset community. And then we can work in our playbooks, jump into our new playbook, whatever you want to do. Thank you guys for showing up. I love your faces. Everybody have good night's sleep, lots of sweet dreams. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Again, look for in the Crafty Club for any announcements about our next power hour. Love your faces. Bye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.